Welcome, everyone. This is our 17th wellness session. I hope you're having a nice afternoon. It's bright and sunny over here in Kansas City. And today I'm really looking forward to what Francesca is going to be sharing with us on meditation. So as some introductory material, I'm Jessica Kebby and I'm a pianist. I teach at Mid-American Nazarene University, and I'm the founder of Mindful Music Pedagogy, which is a resource dedicated to helping teachers learn to facilitate conversations with their students about music performance anxiety, either addressing it if it's already happened or talking about prevention techniques. And I'm joined today by Francesca Leo, who is the founder of playingwithoutpain.com, a resource devoted to helping flutists and instrumentalists deal with injury prevention and also addressing it once it has shown up. So today, Francesca is going to be guiding us through a meditation focusing on the nose and belly breath. So I will turn it over to her.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jessica. So meditation and mindfulness practice, and this is something that I've been thinking about a lot and kind of doing some research in, it can be quite difficult for a lot of people, especially for trauma survivors. So today we'll be doing a gentle and compassionate practice that can help you begin to cultivate mind and body awareness, incorporating many options throughout the practice and also encouraging movement. So this meditation practice was actually one that was taught through the trauma-informed meditation course that I took when I was also doing my meditation certification. And this one, it switches from focus on the nose, the breath moving in and out of the nose and kind of feeling the sensation on the upper lip, to focusing on the sensation of the breath at the belly, and then kind of choosing which one feels best for you. And there will be plenty of breaks for movement in between. So through the act of bringing awareness to the sensation of the breath at the nose or belly, we can begin to focus on the breath, which is one of the principles of basic mindfulness meditation. For trauma survivors, focusing on the breath in an active way can sometimes be really triggering. And you might find that you have had this experience as well. Ultimately, the hope is that the breath can feel more spacious and restorative instead of triggering for survivors during meditation practices. And this is absolutely possible with gentle, compassionate, and trauma-informed instruction. So this nose belly breath meditation is an adaptation of the work of Lisa Erickson, who is an energy worker specializing in women's energetics and sexual trauma healing. This guided meditation practice, like I said, was part of the trauma-informed meditation course that I completed. And Lisa Erickson states that recent neuroscientific research has shown the differences in the brain that are triggered when mindfulness is focused on the nose versus the belly. The latter tends to lead to greater body awareness, while the former to greater mental awareness, such as self-awareness of thoughts and emotion as they arise. And bringing gentle awareness to the mind and body can be really helpful as coping and healing mechanisms for trauma survivors as well. So to begin, I invite you to settle into a comfortable seated position. And this might mean sitting cross-legged on the floor or on a cushion, or you may choose to sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor beneath you. And I invite you to focus on finding a seated position that feels solid and grounded to you, connecting to the floor in some way. If neither of these seated positions work, I invite you to find the position that works best for you. I invite you to now slightly soften your gaze or gently close your eyes. If your eyes are gently open, relax your gaze so that you're present without focusing on anything in particular. And if anything during this practice does not serve you, you're welcome to let it go. So I'd like you to take a moment to begin to notice your breath without placing judgment on it. I invite you to elongate your spine and imagine a string on the top of your head, pulling gently upward so that your spine naturally lengthens from your tailbone all the way up to the top of your head. Throughout this meditation practice, allow yourself to experiment with 3 aspects of mindful body awareness: your connection to your seat and the floor, your eyes barely open or closed, and your spine lengthened. You can move in and out of these positions or give them up entirely if they don't serve you. And if you begin to feel restless, feel free to make swaying movements or rocking movements or anything else that feels comfortable. So now we will begin to focus on the sensation of the breath at your nose. I invite you to bring your awareness to the space between the bottom of your nose and your upper lip. And you might choose to even place your index finger there. So breathe in and out naturally. And gently focus on the feeling of your breath, either on your lip or your finger, as you inhale and exhale. Notice the sensation of the air in and out of your nostrils. Notice the sensation of the air from your nose to your upper lip. Or the air moving in and out between your lips. I invite you to bring your awareness to this sensation for a few moments. The sensation of the air moving in and out of your nose or mouth. And anytime your mind wanders, gently pull it back to this sensation and know this is something to be celebrated. Now I invite you to check in with your body. Feel free to take any gentle movements or rocking or swaying motions if this serves you. Listen to your body and give it what it needs in this moment. We will now experiment with mindfulness of the breath focused on your belly. You're welcome to place one hand on your lower belly or just under your belly button if this serves you. And gently bring your awareness down to this part of your belly and feel the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe in and out. With each inhale, feel your belly gently expand like a balloon. With each exhale, let it gently fall. And remember, there is no judgment in this space. Your mind will wander, as all of our minds do. But each time you bring it back, that is a development of your mindful awareness. And we will now be together in silence for a few moments as we continue to bring awareness to the sensation of the breath at our belly. And notice any sensations occurring in your body. If you would like to move or stretch, you are welcome to do so. You may choose to stretch your arms above your head, maybe stretch your back, stretch your feet, or anything that feels good to you right now. And I invite you to be present with your bodily sensations, be mindful of them, and allow yourself movement that feels comfortable and present. And at this time, we'll gently center back into our breath. And now I invite you to choose which was the most comfortable for you. The breath focus at your nose or the breath focus at your belly. And I invite you to stick with that for a few more moments. And as you continue your breath focus at the location you chose, I'd like to read a short poem from the book Healing Words by Alexandra Vassiliou at this time. And the title of this poem is Need to Bottle Up. One day, you will not need to bottle up your emotions or freeze in your solitude. You will wake up wishing to take a walk, to learn something beautiful, to start a new life. One day, you will need to cleanse your heart like you would purge a cluttered space. One day, you will yearn to meet someone, to give and receive an innocent smile. One day, you will triumph. Loneliness will dissipate like a cloud of smoke behind you. And I invite you to gently open your eyes or come back to the present moment. And you are welcome to move your body again if this feels good to you. And as we move out of this meditation, think about any differences you noticed between focusing on your breath from your nose or focusing on your breath from your belly. Did one feel better for you? Spend a moment thinking about that and then just let it go. Move on with your day. And I invite you to bring the sense of mindfulness into the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Francesca.
Absolutely.
That was great. As you and we were talking before all this started, I'm doing a course that you already did. So that made me feel better, but studying so much and just feeling a little overwhelmed with everything there is to do. And this was such a good reset. And then I remembered this morning too, the church that I play for has resumed outdoor services, which in March in Kansas is that's a little bit insane, just with the wind. And so something that's usually so fun, and it is still fun, it's so stressful because you just never know. Like last week, the wind completely picked up my entire book of music and knocked it over, as we were in the middle of worship. But and just things like that happen, and it's just you can't do anything about it. And so this morning as we were getting ready and warming up, I just thought I felt myself getting a little anxious, just like, I really hope that doesn't happen again. And then I thought, oh my goodness, Jessica, you can do something about that. And just like, oh my word, you can just breathe, you can just relax and let go of the stuff you can't control. And you know what, it was such a relaxing and enjoyable experience this morning too. And so it's just, these are such good moments to remember to reset throughout the day. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're able to remind yourself to do that.
Well, it doesn't always happen. And then later I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, no, really.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed this too. And we wanted to let you know that next week we'll be taking a break from our normal meetings, and we'll take the week off. And then on Sunday, April 11th, we will be joined by Heather Mogilnicki, who is a certified hand therapist and occupational therapist, and she will be presenting some things on energy work in her areas of specialties. So we hope you can join us here in 2 weeks. And as always, these will be archived on the Diaz del Moral Foundation website under Wellness Sessions, on Francesca's site, Playing Without Pain, and on my site, Mindful Music Pedagogy. So we hope you can use those and share them as they are beneficial to you.
Thank you so much. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yay.